I sent out a message just a little bit ago on Class Dojo. I was trying to explain Zern and exit tickets. Okay. Um, if your parents haven't read that yet, they need to, but I'm going to explain it to you all. Okay. Zern's the online program that you should be doing every day, but that should be done first. Don't do the exit ticket before you do Zern, okay? Because the exit ticket is designed for it to be at the end of the lesson. So you do the Zern lesson first, and then after you log off of Zern, you go in and do the exit ticket. That shows me, do you understand what's going on in the lesson? If you try to do the exit ticket first and you haven't done the lesson yet, you're probably not going to be very good at the exit ticket, okay? And you're not going to do it right. And I'm either going to return it to you or I want to put a grade on it and return it to you, and it's not going to be a very good grade. Now, anything that I return to you, you can always redo and resubmit it, okay? So if you get it back and it's worth 8 points and you only got 2 or 3 points, okay, usually I've tried to circle what's wrong with it. Sometimes I've wrote a message on it somewhere, or I've done some work and I highlighted it in yellow for you, trying to show you what I want. And you can always go back and resubmit it, okay? Sometimes I just return it to you and I haven't graded it yet, and I just want you to try to do it again, okay? Sometimes if we've done that 2 or 3 times and you still don't understand it, then I go ahead and put a grade on it, but you can always go back and resubmit, okay? Give me a thumbs up if you understand that. All right. So make sure before you do the exit ticket, you go online and do Zern. It talks. Most of the time, it tells you or shows you almost exactly something like the exit ticket, and so it gets you prepared to do the exit ticket for me. Okay. All right. And again, exit tickets are designed for me to check your understanding. Okay. If you're not getting it, that's why I keep returning it if you don't get it. And I'm trying to put some helpful hints on there for you. But that's the only way, other than me contacting you directly, for me to work with you, since we're not here together. Okay? At any time, if you have a question about an exit ticket, then you go ahead and contact me. Okay? All right. So today we're on lesson 2 of mission 2 in Zern, and we're still on measurement, okay? But today, let me find my centimeter cubes. Today is a little bit different from yesterday, okay? What if we only had 1 centimeter cube and I needed to measure the length of this chewing gum container, okay? I only have 1 cube, and I need to measure this. How in the world am I going to do it? Okay? I want you to thinking about it. Okay? If you come up with a plan, I want you to touch your nose. Think hard. How am I going? I've got some people touching their nose. I got some people that's still thinking. That's great. How can I measure this with only 1 cube? If you've got a plan, touch your nose. All right, Maddox Decker, unmute and you tell me your plan.
What, they can just draw lines?
All right. So draw lines. So I'm going to move this and put it on a piece of paper, and I'm going to adjust my camera with a lot closer, okay? So give me a second here to do that. If it'll stand up like that. All right. So that makes it a little bit closer. Okay, now Maddox, you tell me what to do.
So you put lines?
All right, so you're saying like start here
Yeah.
and then put lines on like this side and that side,
Yeah, then keep going on.
and then I keep moving it.
Yeah.
All right, thumbs up if you think that'll work. Yep, I think it'll work too. Okay, and I got a white piece of paper, so hopefully, I know it's kind of hard. I'm trying to make them real dark. Okay, and I'm gonna go back. So Maddox, if I start doing something wrong, you tell me. If I'm doing it okay, then all right. Now I'm gonna move this to here so I can go here. I'm gonna here. We'll go right here. All right. Now what?
Now the gaps. So now you know what measurement they are, so you can just count the gaps. Then you can put the centimeter group in them.
All right. So he's saying count the gaps. These look like gaps now, but at one time there was a cube there, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So I bet if I drew a line here and drew a line here, that makes it look better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they look like cubes, don't they?
Yep.
Okay. Instead of just tick lines. Okay. So I'm going to erase those a little right here. Okay. But a lot of times we don't have those lines. Okay.
Yeah.
We just got to remember that these looks like gaps, but they're really the cube, right? I just moved it because I only had one cube to use. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if I say from here to here is one cube, right?
Yep.
And here's another cube. So I'm going to go like, there's a cube. There's one cube, two cubes, three cubes, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now, if I've only got one cube, and I'm drawing lines, okay, I could be off a little bit, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to use the word that we talked about yesterday. I'm going to use the word about. Okay. Because I could be off a little bit when I draw the lines. Okay. And I'm going to say it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 centimeters long. Okay. And that word about takes care of, I could be off a little bit, okay? Because this space looks a little bit bigger than the rest of them to me. I don't know, it may be exactly the same, but to me, on camera, it kind of looks like it's the same. But to me, this one looks bigger. So I could have been off a little bit. But when I say about, that means that I'm close enough, okay? So notice, I did not count the lines. If I count the lines, I would have said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's wrong. Okay? Because really, I'm starting at 0. Okay? And I'm going 1. There's 1. This is 2. This is 3. There's the 4th. That's the end of the 4th block. This is the end of the 5th block. This is the end of the 6th block, and this is the end of the 7th block. Okay? See, if I'd have messed up and said this is the end of the 1st block, these would all be off by 1, wouldn't they? Yeah, okay? Because when I first started, and I hadn't put this block down there yet, I had 0 blocks, right? And that's why we start at 0. When I put this one here, okay, I'm saying that's 1 block, and there it is. There's 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks, 5 blocks, 6 blocks, 7 blocks. Okay? So in measurement, we're talking about the space here. We're not talking about each little line. Okay? Yeah. And that gets a little bit confusing, especially in second grade. Okay? So if we're going to number them, remember before you started, you had 0 centimeters because you hadn't measured it yet. So you always got to put 0 at the first. Okay? When I look at this ruler, okay, this side is centimeters. Okay? One's way over here. It's not at the end, is it? No. Okay? There should be a 0 right here. Okay? But look how the numbers on this side of the mark each time, okay, the 0 is not on the ruler. Okay, so they didn't put it there. At the end of any ruler is 0, and it's usually not labeled. Okay? But there's a space there, and then the 1 is there. Okay? See how if I take and I put on the 1, okay, look how much ruler is sticking over. Okay? Is that right? No. Hey, I put it at the end, okay, and it starts at 0, even though I can't see 0. And that's a little bit confusing. Okay? But you got to remember, put the end of the ruler, and the end of the ruler doesn't start at 1, it starts at 0. Okay? All right. Any questions about that? Any questions about what we just did?
Hey, Mr. Bratcher,
Yes?
do I need to unmute you?
Do what now?
Do I need to unmute you?
Yes, go ahead and mute.
Okay.
All right, so let's do something else now. Let's measure something else. All right, something like this. I got a great big dice here. Okay. All right, and I'm just going to draw the outline of it right here. So I can kind of get it out of the way. Okay, but there's the dice. Okay, so we're going to measure that. All right, we've already done this one. Okay, we're not talking about that one. We're talking about this one. And I'm going to try to make it a little bit darker so you can see it. All right. So I've only got one block again. Maddox walked us through it a minute ago. Now I wanted you all to think, how am I going to do it this time with one block? Okay? If you know, touch your ear. If you know, touch your ear. If you know what you would do if you were here with me right now and I said measure this dice, and here's the outline of it, touch your ear. What are you going to do? Let's see here. Looks like Ella was touching both ears. She must know pretty good what she's going to do. Ella, what do you think? Unmute and tell me. All right, I can hear you.
Okay. You can take the cube and line it up and count it.
All right, but I can go like this, and I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Something wrong there. What did you forget to tell me? Think about what Maddox told me to do. Your way works, but it needs one more thing to draw the line. Exactly. Okay, so I'm just going to go right here in the middle. I'm going to put it on the edge, and I'm going to draw a line. Okay, and that's at the end of 1, right? So I'm going to go ahead and number it. There's 1 block. Okay, and here I'm going to put a here. and that's 2 blocks. And this one there is 3 blocks. And this one, put a line, and this is 4 blocks. And this one, I put it here, this is 5 blocks. And this one goes way out here. Okay? It's less than half. Okay? So if it's less than half, then I'm not going to put the next one. Okay? Because I'm going to put the word about, and that takes care of this part right here. Okay? So it's about how long? Hold up on your fingers. How many? All right, I see people with their hand all up. All fingers on one hand are up. So it's 5, and we're going to put cm for centimeters. Okay? Long. All right? So there's centimeter. Okay? So we're taking the C and the M, and we're making that abbreviation so we don't have to write out that long, weird word every time, okay? All right, so it's about 5 centimeters long, okay? The about takes care of this little part right here, okay? So we're saying it's close to 5. Actually, it's a little over 5, but it's not close enough to 6 to say 6, okay? All right, anybody got any questions about that? All right, thumbs down if no questions. All right, looks like everybody's on board with me. Good job. All right. On Zern today, I think they're going to measure a paperclip. So let's measure a paperclip. There it is. Okay, there's a paperclip. Okay, and I've got 1 block. Who can explain what to do? Who can explain what to do? Touch your chin if you know what to do. Touch your chin. Lorna, unmute and talk to me.
So,
what are we going to do?
you have to have more blocks, but you only have 1.
Exactly. What am I going to do? Cry?
No.
No. All right. No crying in math, right?
No.
No. All right. What are we going to do?
So I have a strategy that might help out know that it will actually work.
All right. So what's your strategy? What are you going to try? Try.
So if we put that block in a correct place, it might,
It might work.
yeah,
All right. So where's the correct place?
it's either in the corner, in the middle, or over in the front.
All right. You want me to start out in the middle?
I'm just thinking.
Okay. You're just thinking out loud. Okay. That's fine. Okay. I'm with you. But you brought up something that I never thought about. Could we start in the middle, or is that going to just give us a wrong answer?
There's 2 more spots.
Yeah, I can start at this end, or I can start at this end. Okay, should I start measuring in the middle? Thumbs up or down, everybody else?
You could put 1 block there.
Yeah, thumbs down, I seen that.
It will measure the whole thing. Or you can make little blocks.
Yeah.
Right there.
Okay, but I've only got the 1 block, so I'm going to say it starts right here, and it ends right there, and that's 1 block, right?
Yep.
Yep. All right. And then I'm going to move it, and it ends right here, and that's 2 blocks. And I'm going to do this one, and it ends there, and that's 3 blocks. And it's a little bit.
What I need to understand is
All right.
To be able to match the numbers, I'm gonna go through the perfect file and I want it.
So that should.
All right. So this is where it started. Okay, and our block ended there, but it's a little bit too long. Okay, it's just a little bit too long.
Do it.
All right, but it's okay because I'm going to say about. About's going to take care of that little piece too long. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 3 centimeters long. Okay? If everybody agrees, put your thumb up. All right, Hayden, you agree? Yep. All right. Here we go. So you're actually going to do that on Zern today, I think. Okay? Now, I'm going to now do something very similar to your exit ticket. Okay? So when you're on with me, okay, I go over the Zern lesson with you and I try to go into greater detail. And I'm here if you've got questions, because on Zern you can't ask that guy questions on there. Okay? You can ask me. Okay? And I'm going to try to give you something very similar to your exit ticket. Okay? So I have a postcard or an index card here. Okay? And I want to measure how long this index card is. Okay? And I only got that 1 cube again. So I'm not going to ask you how to do this. I want you to watch me. Okay? And at the end, you're going to tell me if I did it correct. Okay? All right, here I go. And I'm just going to think out loud here. Okay? All right. So I've got this 1 cube here. Okay? And I'm going to do like you all have been doing. Okay? I'm going to start over here in the corner. Okay? I'm going to hold it there. I'm going to put, there's the end of it. Okay? And I'm going to move it. And there's the end of it. There's the end of it. I'm going to just keep trucking across here. Okay? Thumbs up if you like what I'm doing so far. Yep. All right. I see some thumbs, so I must be on the right track. Okay? I'll just keep doing that. All right. And that one, it's less than half. Because if I take this and I draw a line right in the middle, okay, there's a line right in the middle, and I put it here, okay, it's not quite to the middle yet, okay? So I'm not gonna draw another line, okay? Now watch what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to say this, because it started right here, that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And since I counted to 12, I'm going to say that this, and it's a little bit extra there, I'm going to put that word about. And I'm going to say about 12 centimeters long. Okay? Everybody see what I did? Okay? So when I was trucking across here, I had thumbs up saying, yep, you're doing it right. Okay? And then I labeled my marks, and I counted to 12 marks, and I'm saying it's 12 centimeters long. Okay? So I want you to sit there and think about that and look at that for a minute. Okay? And I'll actually hold it up here a little bit closer so you can see it real good. And see, there's a little bit extra right here. Okay? But it wasn't big enough to put another block. But this word about takes care of that part. Okay? All right? If you think I've done something wrong, touch your nose. If you think Mr. B's done it exactly right, put your hand on top of your head. If you don't really know, give me a sideways thumb. All right, I like the sideways thumbs. You're being honest. Okay, I like that. Okay, I like that you feel safe enough with me to say I don't really know. Maybe I'm a little bit confused. Maybe. Okay. All right. Remember, it's safe to be to tell me you don't know. Okay. So I had a few people with their hands on their head, and when I said if you're just really don't know, change it to a sideways thumb, and some people changed it. Okay. But I still got some people with their fingers on their nose. I mean, Callie, what's up? Talk to me.
At the beginning, you didn't put a 0 at the first line.
Oh, does that matter?
Yeah,
Well, why does it matter?
because that's not a cube.
But I put a cube here, right?
Yeah, but that's just like the end.
Oh, that's like the starting point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I numbered the wrong side when I first started, didn't I?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Does Callie make sense? Oh, I can see some heads going up and down. Oh, she does, doesn't she? So I've numbered this wrong, haven't I? Yeah. All right. So it should be 0, and the end of this would be 1, right? And this is 2. So that means this must be 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh no, I'm off by 1. It's 11, isn't it? Yes. All right. That one little single mistake cost me the right answer, didn't it? And it was a little bitty mistake. Okay? Your exit ticket today. You need to catch and see if Matt made a mistake. Or it's Matt or Mark. I can't remember. One of the boys, Matt or Mark, did the same thing on theirs. And you got to see, did they start at 0 or did they start at 1? Okay? If it's at 0, they probably did it correct. If he starts at 1 at the very end, he probably did it wrong. Right? Hey, and on almost every exit ticket, some of them don't say this, but almost every one of them says, explain your answer or explain why. Okay? So you can't just tell me yes or no. You have to write in your own words. Why is your answer yes? Why is it no? Okay? And it's math class. I don't care as long as I can read it. So I don't care if it's spelt wrong. As long as I understand what you're telling me, then it's okay. All right? However, if you explain it wrong, then I'm probably going to circle it. Okay? I might put a grade on it and push it back to you. If you didn't make the grade you thought you did, okay, you can redo it and resubmit it. Okay? That's fine. The exit tickets are for understanding.